and thank you all for joining me today for another episode of our Social Media Talk segment. Today I'll be joined by Assistant Professor Emete TOROS to discuss the Department Tourism and Hotel Management. Now just bear with me for a moment while I get her connected.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Thank you. I was looking forward to join your conversation today. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. So just to start off, a little bit more about you, your education background, where you're from, and how you became a part of the University of Kyrenia family.
Okay, I am from Famagusta, originally from Larnaca. After graduating, after having my high school education from Gazi Mausa Türk Marif College, I went to Istanbul University's Communication Faculty for my undergraduate degree. During my senior year, I started working as a project coordinator assistant in a marketing research company, which later merged with GFK, which is the leading marketing research company in the world. After graduating from Istanbul University, I secured a position there as a project coordinator. But it was always my dream to have my master's degree in business, but in the United States. And that was the reason why I started getting ready for the GMAT exam. Once I managed to have a high score, I secured a research assistantship in the University of West Georgia, and I did my master's degree there in business. But during that period of time, before I went to my master's degree, I met with my husband, and that was the reason why after my graduation, I needed to turn back to Cyprus. And once I turned back to Cyprus, I started working as an instructor in a university, and I realized that I really enjoy being a part of higher education, being with students. It's demanding, but also a very dynamic industry. And that was the reason why I wanted to be an academician. And in order to be an academician, you need to have your PhD degree. And that was the reason why I had my PhD in marketing in the University of Salford, UK. And since 2016, I am a proud member of the University of Kyrenia. That's me.
Excellent. Well, we are glad to have you part of the family. Just one moment, Hojam. Can you hear me and see me? Because your side is a bit low.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. If at any stage you can't hear me, please let me know.
I sure do.
Okay. And so just a little bit about the departments of tourism and hotel management. What are some opportunities and advantages of this department?
Despite the fact that we are going through a difficult period of time, especially because of the COVID-19, tourism sector had the highest negative impact. But as soon as economy comes back to life, travel, tourism, and hospitality industry stands to benefit from increased business activities and consumer spending. That's what I think, because I have so many friends nowadays, they are dreaming of to visit so many different places since we are now at home. That's a dream. That's everybody's dream. So I have no doubt that, I have no doubt that this is something that will perish from people's interest. And one of the biggest advantages of studying tourism and hotel management is the wide variety of career choices they have. They can work in a hotel, they can work in cruises, airlines, destinations, as tour operators. I mean, there are so many exciting choices lie ahead of them once, they are graduated. So I think they're very lucky in that sense.
Excellent. And what about the academic staff in the department? What can you tell us about them? And also, it's a two-part question, sorry. What about some career opportunities for our current and future students?
Well, one of the biggest advantage of our faculty, Faculty of Economics and Administrative Sciences, is the good qualified, high qualified faculty members. All of them have international perspectives due to their international education in reputable universities. It's a very big advantage, and many of our faculty members have achieved notable successes with their valuable publications, and they have built valuable international networks in the academia. So if we talk about current and prospective students, their most important opportunity is to be nurtured within this valuable environment.
Yes, I see. That is great. And when you look at the near and distant future of this department, what kind of plans are there? What can we expect?
We are living in a fast-paced environment. Things are changing immediately, as in the example of COVID-19. Our department's priority is to follow up these changes in tourism and hospitality so that we can make necessary adaptations in our curriculum. This has always been within our programs. For the distance feature, we would like to add culinary program to our department. It's been very popular and it's in our agenda.
Oh, excellent. I can't wait for that. And so there's a classic question that is asked at all education fairs. Why tourism and hotel management at University of Kyrenia? What makes us stand out from the other universities?
Yes. Well, our competitive advantage. Well, the main competitive advantage we have, we are a relatively new university, but one of the biggest advantage is we have accumulated the know-how from nearest university. So we have small groups in classes. The number of students we have is not high, and that enables our students to have hands-on education from highly qualified faculty members. That's one of the most important advantages we can provide to them. Another very important advantage of our university is its location, Kyrenia. Kyrenia is the most touristic city with the most number of hotels in Cyprus. And of course, this enables students to gain experiences by having internships or being able to work part-time. And this will give them the opportunity, to gain experiences in one of these hotels. They have so many options in Kyrenia.
That's excellent. So after their studies, they do have the opportunity of working in Cyprus and staying in Cyprus.
Of course they can. And that's always the reason why I say they have to make sure that they work part-time or they do their internship so that they would have the opportunity to show themselves to these hotels.
Excellent. That is great. And are there any suggestions or reminders you would like to give our prospective students?
Well, tourism is a growing industry with so many opportunities, but at the same time, it's a very demanding sector. I mean, you need to love communicating with people. I mean, you're always dealing with people, and dealing people is a bit challenging. So you need to have a certain personality traits, I believe. You need to be extrovert. You need to like talking with people. You need to like spending time with them, interacting with them. You need to be enthusiastic. You need to be people's people. And another very important trait they need to have, I believe, is agreeableness. Well, they have to know how to compromise. They need to be helpful. They need to be trustworthy. They need to be kind, generous. I mean, if they have these traits, it's a wonderful job for them. They have to remember that all the stakeholders they will deal will be humans, people asking, requesting things. And they have to understand that it's a guest-oriented sector. And they have to make sure that the center of this business is pleasing your guests so that they will have, they will come back. They will be pleased. Yes, and service is something that you have to make sure that you please to obtain loyal guests. Yes.
Yes, of course. And have patience with them. And of course, that cliche, customer's always right. So yes, definitely.
I mean, we don't call customers, we call guests. We call
Guess.
guests in tourism. Reason being, you need to, when a guest comes, they might say, they might do something you don't enjoy, but still, since they are guests, you go along with them. And that's the reason why in tourism industry, you need to treat what we call customers a guest, because you need to have the same patience with these people. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes,
you
and
need to
keep
be
them coming
patient.
back. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and what should the prospective students prepare themselves for during their studies? Like, what are some challenges or unforgettable experiences that they may expect?
The challenges again, being dealing with people. There are so many, I mean, different types of personalities that you're dealing with, and they have to always remember that once you're in a tourism industry, you will never start as a manager. You will start at the bottom. I mean, there is a tendency, once you're a university student, you think that you have to have a better positions, but they have to get ready to work from the bottom. They have to have that patience. They have to make sure that they are trying to learn from those experiences. And they have to make sure that they use every opportunity to gain experience throughout the summer period. Especially, this is a seasonal issue, especially during the summer period. Tourism industry has the highest demand. So many people are going to beaches. On the contrary, you have to serve people. So, you know, these are one of the, I believe, ugliest parts of being a tourism student.
Yes, I have realized that in summer in Cyprus, even if it's not guests from outside, from overseas, even the people on the island still like to go to the hotels, have a week off from normal life, and so it is very busy during the summertime, which will be a grand time to gain experience. While school is closed, your classes are not on, at least you can do it a bit more full-time instead of part-time as well.
Definitely. I mean, you would like to be indulged. On the contrary, you need to indulge.
Yes,
that's what you need to do. Yeah.
Yes, and is there any anecdotes that you would like to share with us from your student years?
Well, while I was doing my undergraduate degree in Istanbul University, one of the most memorable things I had is Betül Mardin. She is the legend in public relations, and she's the founder of public relations in Turkey, and she was the one teaching us public relations. And I remember, and I remember we were looking forward to her classes because she had so many interesting stories, and of course the experiences she had. She's a legend. And I remember she said, she happens to give us so many lessons, life learning lessons. And I cannot forget one of her advices, which I kind of told to in our previous conversation. She said that don't take any you need to take any simplest job to utmost importance if you want to be successful in life. Whatever you do, you have to make sure that you take it seriously and you do your best in order to have the best outcome. And I remember she said, as I said earlier, you're going to graduate, you will start from the bottom. They can ask you to do errands. They can ask you to photocopy. Well, while you're photocopying, make sure that you check out the papers and see, maybe you will find out, you will learn something from the simplest job. It's a part of an opportunity. Everything is an opportunity. Being a part of that job is an opportunity. It's only a matter of mindset. If you have a mindset that you want to improve yourself, you will take things seriously. And of course, that will bring you, success, nothing else.
Definitely, very well said. And like you just said, in every field, wherever you're working, you will always start off from the bottom and make your way up. You will never just start from the start. So, like you said, while you're down the bottom, at least you can try to learn a little bit as you're riding the ladder, and it will help you get there faster as well.
And definitely people respect you more. I mean, if
Definitely.
you come directly to the top, then they will start questioning your skills. But once you start from the bottom, they know that you work hard in order to be in that position. And it's better for your, I believe, personality as well, because you work for it and you
Yes.
deserve it.
Yes, definitely. And just Hocam, I just wanted to mention, I think one of your students, Özkan Mehmet.
Özkan, oh, hi Özkan, how are you?
You just went Özledik Hocam.
I miss
think
them
the
too.
students are starting classes coming in and seeing their teachers and everything.
Yeah, we have missed our students. I mean, it's been so long, and that's the reason why these are the opportunities that we can say hi to them.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Hocam, for your time today, and hopefully we can do this again very soon.
Well, thank you for your time. It was lovely to have you and have the opportunity to talk about tourism and management department.
Questions? Next week.